Hey everyone, welcome to the Game Week 20 team selection video. Hopefully you're getting this in enough time to help you with your decisions. But I think a lot of us are going to be on a similar track to really blow up our teams in the next coming week. There's actually a lot of information and a lot of chaos that's going to be happening within Serie fantasy after this game week. If you've been enjoying these videos, please don't forget to like, subscribe. Let's get that going again now that I am back from my vacation, and we're gonna get these going like normal again now. So the big thing about this game week is next game week is going to be a pretty big blank game week. If you go to I'm going to start before I actually start going through my team. If you go to the schedule, you'll see in game week 21, we only have 6 matches. Okay, which brings us to a blank game week. 8 teams will not be playing in game week 21. And not only now are we worried about players that are in the African and Asian Cup that are missing out right now, but we're also worried about the Super Copa, which 4 teams are taking place in, that is throwing off the schedule as well. And these are big name teams. The teams that aren't in this game week, if you can't pick them out yourself, are Inter, Napoli, Fiorentina, Atalanta, Sassuolo, Lazio, Bologna, and Torino. A lot of big teams where there's a lot of teams that you're going to have 2 players of. Napoli, Inter. I know hopefully you've gotten rid of them earlier than I did. Nico Gonzalez is a big player. We've had Atalanta players that have been good. So a lot of people have Scalvini. Bologna, a lot of people have had Xerxes, Torino, Buongiorno, or Zapata. So a lot of players that people have owned are going to be part of this team. Going into this game week, I have 9 of them, which is going to force me into a game week 21 wild card. And I think a lot of people might be using their wild card if they haven't already this week. But it's unavoidable for me, or else I'm going to have over like 5, 6 blanks end up occurring. So I have made a transfer this week. It's a transfer that maybe it will just help for this one game week based on the budget that I have, but I am blowing up my team completely. Other things to keep in mind of, so I am going to wild card to a team that is suited for this blank. Afterwards, in game week 24, we do have a double game week for Fiorentina and Bologna. Those are the only 2 teams that have the double. But it is worth saying that you will score twice for Bologna and Fiorentina players. As you can see, Fiorentina plays Frosinone and Bologna. Bologna plays Lecce and Fiorentina. So one of those matchups against each other. But after 21, I might look to get back a player like Nico Gonzalez into my squad. Then in round 26, we have the rest of those 8 teams that missed game week 21 having a double game week. As you can see, way more games than normal. Inter, Atalanta, Sassuolo, Napoli, Lazio, and Torino will all have a double game week. All players from those teams will play twice. So after game week 21, start getting in those Inter Napoli players again. As once we get to game week 26, then they'll be scoring big. Okay, so part of the complication is you only get the 1 wild card. I think this will be a good time to use it. We're past halfway through the season, and I just think you can make the most out of it by ensuring you still have a competitive game week 21 team, and then build towards that game week 24-ish, but 26 especially. I probably will in this wild card end up putting in maybe 1 or 2 like Inter or Napoli players because I'm hoping I will have a full starting 11 at least. And then that'll also be 2 players that I don't need to worry about getting in for the future, or else you're going to be spending a lot of money on transfers. But that is something big to be looking at. Now for my team upcoming starting tomorrow at 8 a.m. where I am. We have British in goal. He has not been playing, may not play again. Torati just might sub in for him, and that'll be fine. Along the back line, Bremer, Buongiorno, who's been amazing, DiMarco, who I think will be back in the lineup tomorrow, and Di Lorenzo against Salernitana should be a clean sheet. We have Ederson against Frosinone, maybe some good points there, hopefully some TBI points at least. Captain Kvaratskhelia against Salernitana. I hope with excuse me, sorry, with the absence of Osimhen, he's going to be the main man. Hopefully he gets an attack return or 2. Berardi against Juve. If someone's going to score against Juve, at least hopefully it's Berardi. Mkhitaryan's my transfer in this week in place of Nico Gonzalez, as I'd take out Nico Gonzalez for the wild card anyway. I'm just going to put in Mkhitaryan for a 1 week punt, just hoping for some attacking turns there. He has returned well so far this season, so hopefully returns there. And I didn't have another Inter player, so I might as well, as they're playing Monza. And then Vlahovic and Giroud up front. We got Sabelli and Kolpani in case anyone doesn't play, as well as Tarati there. Xerxes is suspended, definitely will not be playing this game week. Vice captaincies on Di Lorenzo, hoping for a big game against Napoli, facing last place Salernitana. I think they're still last. I'm actually not 100% sure. But that's the team going in. Let me know what your plans are for this chaotic time, reminding yourself to not be bringing in players that are out for their international duties right now in the African and Asian Cups. So something to keep in mind, as well as these upcoming blanks and doubles. Hopefully this video will help. I think it's an important one because maybe you haven't noticed that that's coming up yet, and now you can adjust your team accordingly. So please don't forget to like and subscribe if this video is helpful, and I'll see you soon, and we'll see how these next few weeks go. Take care.